.fr challenge, and the challenge I'm going to be doing today is going to be called level 18, which is, can you please give it back? So let's get started. So with level 18, we have this. Let's pretend that we gave you a serialized object before. Can you give it back, please? The final level was created by Nerf. You can check the source code here. So we have this serialized object, and it says is invalid object. Sorry, you can check the source here. So what you want to do is check source, and you'll get sent to this index page where it gives you the source. So if you read the source code right away, it says include flag. If is set post object, if it's set, that means it sets the cookie of object by passing it through post. Else, if it isn't set, then the cookie object gets set as a new class, and it's given the value of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then obj is set to the serialized object of obj, which is set to 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a class. Now we keep on reading the code right here. We see that if PHP, if the cookie is set already, then that means that we get it. This creates a cookie by itself. This is a completely new. No, wait, this is the cookie that we have. And then it unserializes it, and then once it unserializes it into an object, we see that a flag parameter gets passed into the unserialized flag, and then there's a comparison between hashes between unserialized input, which is this part, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and if it's comparable to unserialized object, which is the flag, which is this part of the challenge. And then if it equals, then here's your flag, and it prints out the flag, and then echoes out the entity is an invalid object. So how do we solve this challenge? So the thing right away you have to understand is you have to use some sort of serialization, because if you go right here and check this std class is an invalid object, this basically happens like right at the beginning. If you check right here, serialized object right here, and then if you check right here, it tells you what obj is. So obj hash dash $ obj, it gets it right here, and it wraps around HTML entities right here, and you see that, and get it right here. So obj is basically our object, which is the cookie object. So if you go inspect element, oh, this is good, and performance, and then storage, and then you check our object. Our object is basically whatever this value is, which is 08 std class 1s5 I 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's invalid because it's the one that happens right at the beginning. So we have to make it equal, because if it's not equal to this, then it won't work at all. So how do we solve this challenge? So what I did was just go right here and grab the code that it has at the beginning, which is this part, this new class 1, 2, 3, 4, and object serialized. So what I did was just recreate it 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have data 1. Data 1 is gonna be the serialized data of this. Check right here, serialized object, and gets passed into object. So what I did was print out data 1, and if you, I just comment this out. If you execute it, it's basically echo $ data 1. If you echo it out, it's basically what happens at the beginning, which is the wrong thing, which is not matching to it. Because what I'm guessing what happens is this part, we never included this object where we get data 1, because it becomes serialized, but then we unserialize it, and then we set the flag value to a new value, which is arrow sign flag. So what I did right here on this next part was get data input and set it equal to data flag. So data, well, like, I guess if we're going with this part, this is our input right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 is our input. So this will be input, and then our input right here is gonna be set to a new part. So now if we run this, we get data. That should be good. Execute. 0, see data input 1 2 3 4, then data input to data flag, and then if we run this, we get a new part which is input and then flag is equal to that part. Because if I go back again, and if I just something like this, if I take off this right here, yeah, this should be because flag, and then input, yeah, it's a new value, and then I echo $, data. And if we execute this, oh, and serialize, I guess. I guess that's what we do, echo data 1, because we serialize it. It gets serialized, and then we do echo $data 1. If we had that at the beginning, we execute it. It's basically flag is 1 2 3 4, and then our input is whatever we have right here. So we wanted to just change this to input. It's kind of still gonna print out the same thing, and just change that one to flag at the end. Input and then flag right here. Input. Oh, you know, I think what's happening, because the flag part is this part, and then it was just working in reverse for the most part, because we already know how to build the object itself. So we put input right here, and we execute, we get this part, which should match to our sequence that we did. So now if we copy this serialized object and we set it equal as a cookie, so what we could do is just basically input it right here and just refresh the value. Because, well, I guess one thing you have to notice is that right now it's URL encoded for the most part. So we just URL encode it right here, where I have it right here. If we execute this, oh wait, it's right there. If we get this part and we just paste it inside our cookie value, we should get the flag printed out to us. Control C at the end right here. And then after that, if we just refresh it, he's like, here's your flag, Websec, you have an impressive resume, says we'll call you back. So like I said, I guess the reason being behind that is because it grabs the object, it unserializes it, and then after that we have I guess the input part, because this is the input. At the beginning it's the input, then the input, we add the flag version of it right here. And all we did right here, we just work backwards, where we have flag and then input at the end, basically just flopping it. And then after that we just check the unserialized object of input and the unserialized object of flag right here, and checked if they were equal, and the one from input is from right here, which is pretty cool for the most part. Pretty cool challenge, just I guess making you understand serialization for the most part. And we get the flag, and then all we need to do is just basically copy this and just paste it right here. And now if we validate it, we should get 3 points for it. And now we got that, so now we're able to, I guess, get points. But anyway, that's about it for this challenge. It was mostly like just understanding how web security works for the most part on the with data serialization. And yeah, pretty cool challenge for the most part. Hope you guys learned something new. I know I did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.